Okay, here we go. Okay, guys, we're live this time for this intro. We're coming at you with KEG versus USCAN for Calamity in a League 3. Dis on commentary.
Yes, Beeve, happy to be here. This is going to be an exciting match between USCAN and KEG, and we're starting out on Himmels with KEG on offense and USCAN on defense.
Oh yeah, this should be a good match. Both these teams seem like they're having a very similar season. A lot of good matches between the other teams in this league. We are starting pretty close to the wire there, almost right off straight into the action. Somebody might have forgot to hit the live button, so may see somebody get
We wouldn't
fired at the
say
old
who did that. Yeah. They'd get
yeah.
dropped from Beaver Studios, or at least written up.
All right, here we go off to the action. Now we were having a good conversation. Unfortunately, I'm cut all that off, but we were talking about the bat chat on defense here.
Yeah, just the pros and cons of running a tank like that on Himmels. Um, The last thing you want to do as a bat chat is turn a corner and run into a lot of armor. It looks like they're using it here as a spotter. J Dog out in that typical position in that EF one. And interesting with the sleazy E and the 705A kind of backing up what the bat chat spots down the rails. They are
Yeah.
heavy on the rails.
Now, yeah, now that you mentioned that, I just seen that when you had started talking about it, just completely opting out of the forward position over on the V cap.
I mean, you just have the QL in the window. I mean, do they think they can make their rotations that quick? I also noticed that the AMX
Mm.
was followed up by the Chieftain up top. So they have total hill control for Keg right now.
Oh yeah, two chieftains up top. Now, I mean, the way Keg's setting up, that's not a bad idea. The push is coming from Keg, but these chieftains can put a lot of damage in if Uscan has to push up to get resets.
J Dog is trying to make that cross. J Dog does get tracked in the IS4. The Type 5 is right behind them. Right now, they're trying to play pretty cautious, but Uscan has a nice setup. Shot delivered into Unto Dawn in his super conk. J Dog is going to try to make this cross. I don't. Oh no, he did take a nice
Ooh,
hit.
there he goes. I was about to say he has bounced about 4 shots right there. All
Samurai
right, here
gets on
comes the
cap.
cap
J
pressure.
Dog gets on cap. I expect the Type 5 is there to get in there behind J Dog and put triple cap pressure on. Tanks on the hill have already started to rotate down, so we might expect double cap pressure. Oh boy, Wooten is down to a one shot in that bat chat, just like we were worried about.
All right, here comes the triple cap. Now cap is on. Now the I-7 can back up a little bit, and he can get easy resets on the IS-4 in the top 5. Um, but it looks like the push might be coming from Uscan here. E4's rotating out. Conqueror's coming out. Valor.
Whatever they do, they got to do it now. It's 4
They
seconds.
got 4 seconds. Okay, they got a
Little
small
reset
one. Look
there.
like Jeff got a good one in. But
Need
now
to
they have
reset the
double cap
IS-7.
pressure on.
Jeff is just going out there. He has no choice. Somehow he makes it out there with only taking 70 damage. Oh, he took a big shot there. He needs to land a big thumper here,
Ooh,
but
he
he is a one
bounced
shot
off the
now.
top 5. Now I believe Sam has all the cap points here. Over on the back, it looks like the 50B, no, the 50B isn't up as far as I thought. It looks like the Chieftains are just going to push past
The
cap
push.
and take out the QL.
Yeah, they realize there's an overmatch there. Cap's down pretty low. We're down to 5 seconds.
5. J-Dog got to get the hit right here. 2.
That
Very
chat
small
goes.
reset gives him a. Oh, he hit the building.
I think that's it.
Oh, he hit the building. That is so
Hit the
unfortunate.
building. Heartbreak. Wow. Well, that was an exciting first match. um, both teams played that extremely well. That was just one shot being missed there at the end that unfortunately gave KEG the victory. And I say unfortunate for USCAN, but congrats to KEG. On the USCAN side, we have J Dog in the IS-7, putting up almost 2,400 in damage. Jeff going out there in the E4, putting up almost 24 in damage. Had to go out and make some resets and almost sacrifice his full hit points just to get that. In the QL, it's Miller time, putting up 1,500, blocking 800, and Darley in the Sleazy E putting up 1,200. I would have liked to see some more damage coming out of some of those other tanks on USCAN. It looks like that Bat Chat was only able to land one shot. So it's kind of just what we talked about. It wasn't going to block much in that role over on the keg side. Little Bear in the E4, putting up almost 3K, picking up a kill. The IS4 J Dog, putting up 2739, picking up a kill. Oh, look at that IS4. He blocked 5K, Beaver.
Ooh.
5K blocked. We were talking how many shots were binging off his tank. That is so much damage that went his way. That's the equivalent of 2 tier 10 tanks that he blocked. Uh, USCAN has to go back and look at that. um, Bree in the IS-7 put up 1745. And then finally the Type 5 that got on cap put up 1300. And oh, blocked 4K. A lot. I mean, between the IS-4 and the Type 5, we're talking almost 9K of block damage. That's monster by KEG.
Yeah, that is you don't see that often.
Mm-mm. But that's where, sometimes I'll, after a match like that, I'll take the team into a training room. Let's practice on where to hit the IS-4.
Well, he got tracked, I think, twice.
Yes, and those tracks
I don't
will
know.
absorb. Yeah, but I mean, he was also tracked twice, meaning he was stationary.
Okay, should be good.
Good match though. I liked.
Um,
I liked. I think USCAN uh, they guessed right. Um, probably KEG probably could have rare side capped also with the two chieftains and 50B. They just chose to be aggressive in that position. Nothing wrong with that. It's a choice by the caller.
yeah, that's what I had originally thought. I thought they were gonna hold the 50B on base because he was farther back and push the chieftains. But when I went over there, it looked like they were all three just going in for the fight.
I think they felt like they had momentum right then and there was nothing else there. So that's kind of an easy overmatch to jump onto. We got tanks coming up again. USCAN is looks so far pretty similar lineup for their offense. E4, 705A, QL, Sleazy E, Supergonk. These are tanks that we just saw. Um, so sometimes it's nice to just have a flexible lineup where people are good in the tanks that they're in, and you can just kind of figure out where the pieces go on the map.
Now, it also looks like we've lost another person out of the room.
USCAN again. Was it? No, it wasn't
It
J Dog.
looks
J Dog is still.
no,
We
J-Dog's
lost somebody.
back.
Maybe they'll get them back in here. They're Oh, I think they're down 2 people, right? Because they only have 6 tanks up.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
they've lost two
yeah,
people.
we lost 2. So let's
Actually,
hope
it
they
looks
get.
like J-Dog is gone again.
Oh, we lost J Dog again. Was he the one having internet problems?
Yes, I believe his internet
Oh,
just went out before.
that would stink.
So let's hope they can get that internet stable.
Yeah. Well, over on the keg side, you see the Sturmtiger. That's always fun tank
Oh,
to
the
see in
Sturm.
comp. And they're running it on defense. So there's a lot of fun places. I've seen them put that thing on the tracks. I've seen in the train station. I've seen them put it in the window. Yeah, it could be a. No one wants to get hit by that. interesting. Both teams electing to go with a 705A. Um, one of those tanks that you see sometimes come back into comp and then kind of falls out of favor, but both teams seem satisfied running that tank. IS-7 standard fare, Super Conqueror, Type 5. Tanks you'd
E4,
expect
yeah.
to be on this map, yeah. Giving USCAN here a minute to get their stuff back in. It looks like one of
Here
their
we go. We
team
got
members
one
just
more.
joined back in.
Yep.
Maybe they can get
The
their next in, or maybe they'll just switch to a
second, I
7B7.
believe he's on his way. Which I think KEG had a player drop also. So I think both teams
Mm.
are waiting on a player.
Well, it's always nice, and I find for the most part in the comp community, most teams will be pretty patient with each other to they realize stuff happens. I think we even had a match the other day that you and I were streaming where a player disconnected right when it started, and both teams agreed to go back to the garage and restart it, which was, I like to see that respect out of both teams.
Yep. Master of Sadness. No, this is Calamity. Um, I don't think I don't think. Well, no, I'll go back to work tomorrow, so we won't be able to pick up any CTW matches this weekend, unfortunately. Um, unfortunately though,
Still in
but
the waiting game here.
CTW does have some odd requirements this week. Um,
Oh, that's right. They're the ones that will end up like banning certain tanks and
mhm.
restricting
So
lineups.
so their maps are Mines and Arctic region with the tiebreaker is Himmelsdorf. And their banned tanks are heavy tanks, the E4, the Chiron, and the CS-63. So basically light tanks, medium tanks, and I guess your off meta TDs.
Wow, that is that's going to be pretty hilarious to watch.
So hopefully somebody gets
Some streams on that. I would
some
love to. I
streams on
would love to
that.
see a match, at least one.
Maybe Dwarf or Willows can pick some of those up. All right, I think we're all ready now.
Ooh,
Everybody's back in the
here we
room. Here
go.
we go. Hmm.
See what USCAN has in store for offense. That was a close loss on. They were on the defensive side. Very curious where that Sturm goes.
Uh, wait, he's on defense, isn't he?
That's why I think either like maybe train station or window.
I don't know. I want to guess window, but I could be wrong. Now I've seen teams use it on attack at the other end of the railroad
Oh
tracks.
yes,
I don't know.
yeah.
No, it looks
But
like
he's
he is
going
gonna go
window.
towards B. No,
Oh,
he's
I
just
think
gonna
he's
play
gonna
the
play
little
swing.
Cubby.
He's gonna play swing. That way he can pivot either direction and that tank ready. I mean, it's a fantastic reset tank. Notice from the position he's in. I wonder if he can. He'd have to poke out a little. Looks like he's at a look 3 line.
Yeah, well,
KEG
that is good because it looks like all of us can are gonna go for the A line.
just mentioning that we had USCAN all put most of their tanks on A cap, and it's KEG's doing the opposite. They have 5 tanks guarding B cap,
I mean,
plus
if
the
this
Sturm
is
as a backup.
definitely a little more of a standard defense. I mean,
Meta,
this is what you
yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, most of the teams do. Just leave one or two tanks back on the tracks. Now, the 50B is backed up a little bit in the window looking down the three line, so I'm not sure if
Didn't see him.
the 705, okay, he did
705 did.
lie.
Yep.
Ooh,
Little Beard did fire off a shot. This 50B is going to poke now. Wolf Hunter. Let's see how fast the rotations come here. A Dog is already on. Is he already on cap?
just now. All right, still not really much rotation coming out of KEG.
I think they don't believe it. See how these Conquerors are taking the inside of the track with Jeff behind them in the E4? Once they
Yep.
tuck in there, this is going to put a hell of a lot of pressure on KEG to get these resets. There are now 5 tanks on cap.
Now
The
look at the
705A,
7-9. 279 just pushing up past J-Dog, just trying to get all the focus on him. Okay,
I
15
like what
seconds on
this
the clock.
705A, yep. I don't think they're going to get there. But
It's going to be close. No, they can't stop.
you can't
It's
stop the
going to be
shoot.
on Flirter. Okay, somebody got reset. Somebody did get reset.
This Type 5 gets around and lays in a big shot. Some good resets. They're keeping it going. They're making it. KEG's getting in there. Got to make this into a dirty fight, but you got to take tanks out. Flirter goes down. 10
Flirter
seconds
goes
again on the
down.
clock.
Yep. It's like they're trying to focus out J-Dog on the top 5 heavy. The other J-Dog for USCAN has came off. Well, he came out of cover and he's pushing up by the 279E. J-Dog goes
Dog does go
down.
down.
Looks like Sam's just going to try to push in and try to get Jeff out here.
Sturm is loaded. Sturm fires. Ooh, devastating.
Ooh.
Takes out J-Dog and puts damage on the Sleazy East. Sleazy East down to 1.
Unto Don goes down in the back. Wooten on his stand here, trying to hold off KEG. Now in the back, the 705 and the IS-7 are just trading blows here. The
Yeah,
705 gets a high roll for 700.
very close on hit points, but KEG is pushing in. Um, Sleazy is down to 69 hit points.
Okay, Wooten stays alive. They do take down Sam. Oh, they got an ammo rack on Sam. All right, looks like Mad Ronin gonna take down Wooten.
Putin goes down. Oh my goodness. The
279E is
705A
just,
won that fight. He needs to get that gun back in this
yep.
game, and they got to take down some one shots here.
And
Oh, that
Sturm just
Sleazy E
pushing
is still
in.
alive. He's done. Miller time
All
goes
right,
down to a one shot.
now Blitzkrieg coming in, but he needs to be careful. He's gonna have a loaded 50B right behind him very, very soon.
Yep. This 50B is going to be loaded in about 10 seconds, and he's going to eat all of those shots. They're surrounding him now.
Oh, a huge 1300 round out of that Sturm.
What a heartbreak for USCAN. USCAN had that down under 10 seconds several times during that match. It was just KEG got in there and made it into an ugly brawl, and were able to focus down tanks. So GG's to KEG on nail biter of a match. On that USCAN side, we brought up Blitzwing several times. Putting up 37 in damage, blocking almost 1,500, picking up a kill. Yeah, I think in his little solo fight there versus the IS-7 of KEG. Wooten in the Super Conk putting up 1351, picking up a kill. Also the E4 Jeff doing 2838, picking up a kill, blocking almost 1,400. It's Miller time in the QL, putting up 1,800 in damage. Yeah, the other Super Conk Unto Dawn doing just over a grand. Nothing wrong with their strat, honestly. I think KEG's reaction was just really better. They got there, they got in there, they reset every tank on the cap, and then they just whittled them down from multiple fields of fire. Sure enough, the Sturm Tiger was the big winner on the KEG side, doing north of 5K, blocking 1,200, and picking up a kill. Sound strike, what a game! In the 705A, Little Bear putting up 3,200 in damage, blocking a grand. Also that 50B, Captain Wolf, great game in that. Put in over 3K, picked up a kill there. 9 penetrating shots, doing some work. Also Samurai, a little shout out in the IS-7, putting up almost 2K and blocking almost 3K. His partner Pre putting up almost 2K as well.
Awesome, awesome. So we got to see the city. Now we're going out to steps.
On to the desert. This should be kind of interesting. USCAN really needs to focus up here. I didn't see anything bad that they did in those last ones. It's just, you know, sometimes it just comes down to getting that one tank out and getting that one gun out. And I think when they go back and they look at that tape, they're going to see where they could have tightened that up just a bit there. Not bad, not bad. And whose map pick is this? This map pick is Kegs,
This
right?
is kegs, yes.
Kegs.
A couple tank picks coming up. Blitzwing really in love with that 705A.
Yeah,
Wonder if
I mean, my,
now you don't normally see 705As on steps, but I mean I guess if that's what he has, they can use that instead of the
sure, they can make that
I7s.
work. Yeah, you can, jump the tracks with that push. You can go Snake Road. You can even push south with that as long as you keep it like off the ridges. Um, Same thing with the Sleazy E. That's again another tank you don't see a whole heck of a lot of on steps. We do see Keg bringing out the Sturf there, 103B.
I like that pick.
Imagine though to have that up on the ramp or back in that, what is that, that backline position over the cap. I say it's like
Um,
C0 or something like that. CD0.
yeah.
Know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I just can't like just off the top of my head. I don't remember the exact number.
The
But I
grid
mean there
square.
are
We'll
several.
we'll
I mean
we'll show it.
I've seen people jump, they'll send those I7s over tracks about halfway and they'll stick a TD back there in that bush at the
Mm,
just right over the tracks. I mean, I've seen them stick the
yeah,
straw of the E3 there, E4s. There's several
lots of
places they can
options.
send this tank.
Lots of options.
All right, now
Oh,
what will we see for us Ken's last pick? There it is. I was just going to say nobody's picking a Tehran yet.
yeah. I mean, we're about to go for a record here. 2 games in a row without a Terran. I think the last match we streamed, every single match, both teams ran one.
Oh yeah, it's becoming a staple, man.
Yeah. Get some early intel out of USCAN what the big plan is going to be. Do have a little mobility with the CS and the bat chat, which gives them a little advantage because KEG is only taking an LT and a chisel. So it should beat them with vision, but you don't want to have that LT run into a bat chat and a CS. That could be really bad. So we'll see how aggressive they are.
All right, let's see where they put that straw.
Most of USCAN is going towards A base, with just leaving the CS and the Terran J-Dog in the back. So it looks like ACAP is going to be the play. Flirter is getting, well, I thought they were going to get out there a little bit, but they are out there in the field kind of doing that little circle run there. Not
Now
much
the
extension out of
Tehran,
KEG.
if Flair gets hit, the Tehran could have a possibility of getting a big shot into that light tank early.
Oh, he
Oh, but he
missed.
misses.
So did the CS. Flirter has to be, if Flirter is flirting with danger, Flirter needs to get back. Notice that KEG has not, I mean, this is a pretty tight grouping on defense. They did not extend south. They only have the chisel basically watching vision for that cap and the light tank. A-Dog and his Valor's kind of coming over, and then everything's set up to stuff A cap.
I mean,
The
I don't mind
key,
this. The Chieftains are more than fast enough now to rotate back to B.
yes,
But all right, now we got the bat and we got the E5 both coming up right here. Looks like
Ooh,
the
Wooten
Valor
takes a
2790
shot. And
takes a shot.
I just don't know why Bat Chat down at A cap right here. Um, if you need a medium to be able to put shots in, I think I'd choose something else like an Iron Arnie or something with a little better turret. Looks like he said it'll rotate out.
Yeah, they're rotating him kind of, well, maybe not out, but they are rotating the Chiron and the 63 over
Yeah,
this way.
they're folding in to watch the backside. They realize they were kind of waiting to see if anything was going to come backside on them, but the whole fight's over here, so you might as well drop these tanks back. I do like where Wooten relocated. That's a better position for the Bat Chat. Samurai is just hanging in there like a boss. They have barely scratched him. I think they shot some high explosive there, and it's 83. He can do
Yeah, just
that for
another
the
small
next
hit.
another 7 minutes. Are they
Now,
pushing on the cap?
I'm not sure. Jeff is taking a very dangerous route here.
He takes some shots there. The 705A is on cap. Jeff is taking shots. Blitzwing backs up. Jeff is at a die there if they don't cover him up. Jeff's down to 54 hit points. Oh, and he's dead. And he didn't even die in a good spot where you could like hide the bat chat behind him or something.
Ooh, 705A is taking a lot of damage. He's gonna go down here.
Two tanks down on the cap. It's just you haven't done enough damage to keep their heads down on the keg side in order to put those tanks on cap,
All
right?
right, now over on the
There's just
backside,
too many
we
guns.
do have three tanks going over. They're gonna push Sam.
Oh, but the Valor Big Shark gets smacked down to a one shot. And again, where's the focus fire on Samurai right now? You jump the tracks, but no one's shooting at Samurai.
I'm not. I'm not 100% sure. I would like to see the 2790 and the E5 push with the Valor. I don't know why they stopped in the back.
Well, they were still sniping at the hill, the ridge. Taking a lot of damage. Miller's taking a lot of damage there. He's down to a two shot. He's down to a one shot. Focus fire, I know we haven't really mentioned it, but on the keg side, the focus fire has been really good. I
Yeah,
mean,
they
you
are
see all the shots are
focused.
flying at the low health tanks. They're not shooting at anybody else but the low health tanks. And now everybody who jumped the tracks is now dead. Light
Back on
tank
the
is
other side,
engaging the
Wooten
bat
and
chat.
Flirter. Yep, this is going to come down to who reloads first here. Oh, the Bat Chat goes on reload. Flirter should have this fight.
He may not know that Wooten is on reload. Dawn goes down in the CS as the chisel pushes in from Little Bear. Bat Chat should have this right now. Bat Chat does. It's just J Dog. Oh, hits him in the tracks. His engine's out. Chisel rams him. Fortunately for USCAN, that is all she wrote. They go down 3-0 with a very good stout defense by KEG. You still have to win 4, correct? So USCAN is
Yes.
clinging to a little bit of life here. Um, looking at this one, Wooten in the bat chat put up 1,600 in damage. J Dog in the Terran put up 1,300. The E5 with its Miller time put up almost 1,200, but had some really nice blocking. 3660. That's a heck of a game blocking damage. Unto Dawn in his CS put up just over a grand. Fortunately, kind of falls off after that for USCAN. You got to look at that damage total right there and figure out how to get more tanks north of 2K. And I think this is, if you're comparing just how both teams played, when you look at keg side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks over 2K. That's how you win games. Keg, Little Bear in the Chisel, 3,800 in damage, 2 kills. Samurai in the IS-7, he was over the tracks by himself, um, putting up 2,800 in damage, picking up 3 kills, and blocking almost 3,500. That is an awesome game out of Samurai. Pre and the Chieftain putting up 2,800, blocking a K, picking up a kill. Super Conqueror, Captain Wolf Hunter, putting up over 2K, blocking almost 1,200. And then Mad Ronin in the Chieftain putting up over 2K as well. So great job out of all those tanks, and a little shout out to Flirter getting in the back and going after that bat chat. That was pretty impressive.
All right, all right, all right. All right. So Keg is up 3-0. Come on, us can. We need you to start
Yeah,
pulling
us
this
can,
back.
man. You gotta tighten it up right now, kids.
I want to see us can come out right here and just, in the words of
Well,
Loki, go ham.
yeah. Well, I think defense is a little easier on. I mean, no offense to what Keg did. Keg didn't do anything tricky on defense. They put 4 tanks on a ridge line. They had 1 tank overlooking B cap. They had their light tank out there spotting, and then they had Samurai over the track sitting hull down. That's a pretty meta, very easy setup. You can protect your tanks well. You have a lot of good fire coming out of all those ridgeline guns, um, and it was hard for USCAN to kind of to beat that. So not hard to
Hello,
put
everybody.
together a good
Welcome back.
defense on steps. Pretty close to being picked up. Interesting pick with the Type 5 on defense coming out of USCAN. Normally, I
Cool.
see that Type 5 go up on offense, and we've seen teams snake that down, that middle road. So be on the lookout where that Type 5 ends up for USCAN. We don't root for anybody, but we definitely root for good matches. And USCAN has
Yes.
been fighting well, for sure. And I think they are capable of getting a win here on steps
I mean,
against KEG.
I wanna call us can takes the win here and takes that momentum into their next map choice, and then we go to overtime.
There we go. I
Now
like it. I like it.
I don't know. I'm wondering what they're gonna do with this top five.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
Type
think I've
5 is
ever
the
seen
curious. I
send
don't
it
think
on
you can jump
send it on
tracks with it. It's
attack.
too tall. Too tall to jump tracks. But it could just be a high explosive spammer from the ridge line.
We'll find out very shortly. Just staying put right now.
Unto
Kind of looks like
Dawn
we're gonna
in the
see
ice.
a similar setup to Kegg's defense.
Yep. They got all their ridge lines there. How far is Darley going to go up in the Valor? So it looks like Darley is let it go up, maybe sit back in those bushes to protect Unto Dawn. Really
Now,
only Shark and the Chieftain, really the only tank kind of watching Cap.
shots already coming in onto Unto Dawn. Now they are playing this little not really high ridge, but they're playing up just a little bit more, so they are able to get shots in from farther back.
Ooh,
Oh, there
Unto
comes a
Dawn takes
shot
a
in from the
nice
straw.
shot. Needs to tuck it in there. But the idea here is draw these tanks into making bad decisions, bad pokes, poking the rails, poking the hills, and then the tanks that are set in the back are set up where they're like it's Miller time and Jeff are to punish those bad pokes. While Keg has the chisel and the CS in the back, just kind of watching Flirter really aggressive on the spotting run. Look how far out that tank is, that LT is, almost getting to the edge of B cap. My guess, depending on what was spotted, we might see Little Bear and Pre start to move up.
Well, I want to say I think They did a lot in the top five, but I can't be 100% sure.
So now it looks like they're just going to leave the Type 5 guarding B, maybe with the
Oh, over
Shark.
the tracks.
Here we go. Nice shot by the
Okay,
Terran.
good focus by Unto Dawn and Darley right
Got to
here
kill
into
Samurai.
the.
Samurai's a
Yep,
one. Samurai has to
should
die.
come out of Dawn right now. Yep, there's the kill.
Good.
Okay, focus into the Chieftain.
Chieftain
Good
now
shot from the
squishy.
Tehran.
Chieftain needs to die quickly. Bouncing a few shots. It's kind of using Samurai's body, but it takes another lick. Oh, Darley takes
Valor
an
for USCAN.
unfortunate
Yep.
shot.
Oh, but the
Good
Tehran comes in with
shot.
a 700 round.
Good job so far by USCAN. They stuffed that push. Uh, J Dog needs to watch his side there. Here comes those mediums rotating over to the cap, but they're going to run into this Type 5 just kind of sitting out here, blitzwing, with the Chieftain kind of helping him. And that could be enough to kind of stuff any sort of hopes of
Yep.
capping or winning that fight quickly. But here's the thing. USCAN, there's no cap pressure. You're up 2 tanks. You have a hit point advantage. No bad pokes.
Yep. Stay down. Save your HP.
Pressure is on KEG. KEG has to cap or kill 8 tanks. So make it work here. I like how they extended both Darley and Undead up. They still have a Chieftain and Terran Overwatch with the IS-7. So it'd be hard to get to those tanks. It makes it impossible to cap A right now.
Yep. Now, they need to be careful. That I-7 getting very aggressive. Both
Maybe
I-7s getting very
unnecessarily.
aggressive.
Yeah, because both IS-7s jumped the track or jumped the tracks, and one came out of that nice kind of a pocket position. Not that it prejudges this. I'm just saying it's aggressive.
Yes. But now Puffman's gonna have to be careful. Little Bear is coming up the Snake Road. Gonna get right behind them.
Yeah, but he can. I mean, it's Miller time is waiting with that Terran to slap him if he gets in behind J Dog.
Yep. Now Wolf Hunter kind of put themselves in a bad position a little bit. They're gonna give Unto Dawn shots right here.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Oh,
trade
need
back
to
and
back
forth.
up.
All right,
Okay.
now Puffman caught in the
Darley needs to.
crosshair.
Yeah, Darley needs to time this, and on the next shot by Captain Wolf Hunter, she needs to pop over and put a shot at it. J Dog takes another hit in the back.
It's like J-Dog gonna try to turn and push the chisel back.
J Dog takes another hit. He delivers one. Still, he's taking the worst of it. The chisel has more hit points and a better rate of fire. Um,
Another one.
J Dog's down to a one shot, and he only puts a tracking shot into Little Bear. If Little Bear kills him here, this could start getting a little dicey here for us. Can they're
Yes.
under 4 minutes? Oof. J Dog's
See,
at a one.
this is also kind of a bad spot for Untadon to push into because now this Valor and Conqueror have cover from the Tehran,
Yep.
and the Tehran can't help them here.
Yep. Unto Dawn
So
goes
it
down
looks
to a
like
one.
yeah, we're gonna lose both I-7s here on the Uskin side.
It's quickly. I mean, this is to quickly put it. I'm not saying it's putting it in favor of KEG, but J Dog's going to poke this right here and try to take out Darley. Darley's backing up. Darley lands a nice shot.
Oh,
Can she get some help from the
ooh,
turn? I don't think so.
oh, it
Turn only
bounced.
tracks. Oh, great shot by J Dog there. Okay, so I think at this point you need to rotate the CS over, get the light tank onto Cap, and put all the pressure on them. The Valor needs to push up, get the stirve set. You can do this still.
Tron got lit. Tron is getting hit.
Big shot, big shot. Drawn's down to a 2. Here comes Cap pressure. Soundstrike needs to get in that bush. They need to get the LT down in Flirter down in the gap. I like how they push the chisel forward. A-Dog needs to get up to put ridgeline pressure on bad pokes. CS needs to boogie over, but okay. Jeff is down to a 1. Little Bear is down to a 1.
Oh
Jeff goes
no.
down. Here comes the chisel. Wooten now is kind of taking a risky play here. He's getting shot from the side from the CS. He does not have that angle. He's there to eat damage.
Oh,
He has
oh,
to he
another one
has
from
to
the
light the
CS.
cap. 8 seconds, Beeve.
7-6. I don't think the Tron's gonna get reloaded in time.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. A heartbreaking loss for USCAN and great execution by KEG. Down 2 tanks at the start of that match to come back and cap it out and win it. That is amazing. KEG's going to take this 4-0.
But they didn't go down without a fight. They put in a lot of good damage and good work that game.
Yes, absolutely.
But GG's to KEG. I mean, they were down 2 tanks. They kept their head on. They kept it cool, and they just relied on that focus fire, and they did a really good job of pulling that back.
Absolutely, absolutely. And still, I was impressed with all 4 matches. I know it's a lopsided victory, but USCAN should hold their head high. They fought well. Um, they turned these into nail biters all the way down to the end.
Yep. Well, all right, guys, that's gonna do it for us. We'll be back with more streams next week. As soon as I find some streams, I will get that posted and let you guys know what's going on. Till then, we will catch you guys next time.